Hello, this is Dopey. I just thought I'd talk today about RFID chips. I was watching this movie, as you can see at my TV. It's finally over. I got Netflix. And I was watching the movie The Gamer. And I realized I saw it a long time ago before. And then I just thought I'd watch it again. But a while ago, a long time, maybe a few months ago, I see this really excellent independent film or documentary, and it's called Last Call for Freedom. Anyways, this is a great flick. You gotta watch this because this is all true. It's all true. It's all about RFID chip technology and how far more advanced than we could even imagine it being. Like, I thought their basic plan was to get everybody chipped. This is the plan in the future, to everybody to be connected to an RFID chip and into a database or into a system and a major computer like this one. But that will only be able to track us from satellite, where we're going, our bank accounts, our information, our currency, everything that has ever been about you on every single card. All your information will be on this chip. You'll be a computer file, and a number, which is the mark of the beast in my opinion. But I mean, anyways, I watched this movie, The Last Call for Freedom. They were talking about that this is not a matter of opinion or fact, but when will this happen? They're saying that the future will be that we will all have chips inside of our brains or behind our ears that will hook us up to the internet, and that we'll be able to surf the web in our mind, and that not only that we'll be able to call people from our mind and be able to hear their voice on the inside of our heads. And they're saying when you're born that you'll have this chip that's planted in your head that's this big or something like that, and you'll be able to surf the web. You'll be connected to a giant database and computer, some shit like that. But I was watching Gamer, right, and I realized that's basically the same idea. How they had this thing called the annex and the DNA cells. And in this one I posted, I got this Facebook called Freedom Fighter Renegades, and Freedom Fighter is one word, and then Renegades. It's my conspiracy Facebook that I try having people in Clinton, Iowa, to check out, to give out information about the future and what the real world is really like. Anyways, it's part 14 out of 19, Last Call for Freedom. You watch that video, and that they actually plan on having little micro, like, organism RFID chips that will be able to be into our bloodstream, go into our brain, and be able to manipulate our brain. Like, there's this woman, like, they're already doing it. It's almost a great thing in technology. It really is, but the benefits are not better than the fucking the real side of it. The real side is manipulation and control. That's how it always been with mankind. Who controls this technology and who is behind it? Which is nothing that's good for you. Trust me. Man is evil. We've seen what man has done to this planet, and nothing has been. It's been made with the best intentions, but then taken out the worst intentions to slavery mostly, or power, or dominance. Like power corrupts absolutely, but absolute power corrupts. I can't remember that quote, but it's basically the same thing. And anyways, if you watch this, you got to watch this. I don't talk about conspiracies that much anymore, but I mean, it makes pretty sense. Like, whatever Hollywood talks about that you might think is fiction is maybe closer to the truth and reality than we expected. Like surrogates, The Gamer. It's like they know what's going on. Like, this dude was illustrating a fact that this powder, he hits this powder and then this powder, and it goes out into the atmosphere. It's like, what we'll do is put all these little annexes, which are RFID chips, into the atmosphere, and you'll be able to breathe them and inhale them. That's what they plan on doing, and then they'll be able to control our minds. Like, if you watch that they've been practicing it, and they did it with animals to control our emotions, to control so many things. It's ridiculous. You have to watch this. It's a must. There's a revolution happening right now Like the world, America is waking up. I just got this phone call today. I'm going to play it.
No, new message.
And it's an answer on my answer machine.
End of final message.
Hold on.
No, new message.
Hopefully you can hear it.
All message. Play back. Go.
The U.S. debt has ballooned to almost $15 trillion, where every man, woman, and child in America owes the U.S. government over $46,000 each. And it gets worse. Obama is yet again trying to force his liberal spending habits on the American people with a proposed jobs bill adding another $447 billion to be paid for with punishing new taxes. We've told Obama and his administration time and again to stop spending, and the response has been to tell we, the people, to stop whining. Well, it's time now we act and send President Obama an unmistakable message to stop runaway government spending in Washington. If I have your permission to record your voice on the official letter to President Obama and Congress to cut government spending, please press 1 now. Again, if I have your permission to record your voice on the official petition to cut government spending, press 1 now. Otherwise, press 9.
But anyways, I got that voice message this morning, and I wake up and I'm like, man, stuff is happening. The world's waking up. The walk against Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street, Occupy the Federal Reserve. Shit's gonna start happening pretty soon. It really is, and we're either gonna be forced into this dictatorship, or chances are that's what's gonna happen because government won't tolerate disobedience or thinking. And but anyways, that could. Like, that phone call could either be a thing or two. It could either put you on a list that you're a terrorist or that you're against the government because you think this way, or it's a for real thing. But I don't trust people. I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. Like, to me, I'm like, that might be cool, but it might sound like that the government is trying to get everyone on this list to find out who is against this. You know what I mean? That's another thing that I think. But I think if it's true and basic, you know, people trying to get a petition going on against Obama and against the government, I got that on my answering machine. You know, I mean, people need to wake up. The world is not the way you see it. It's not the way you perceive it to be. The people who made it this way have kept us distracted from the truth. And the truth is that there is evil tyrants in control of the world and in control of our country. Because this is the future plan. This is it. I mean, they're warning us all through Hollywood with all these movies, the catastrophe movies, the apocalyptical movies, so many movies that are based, and I've seen a bunch of movies that are talking about the exact same gamer theme line, that there's a corruption going on that's secret, and then that there's a resistance. You don't think that's not happening in real life? I mean, you think everything is the way it is, and that's not the way it is. You need to wake up and open up your mind and be open-minded and realize that somebody wants you to think this way. And that's another thing. When people have control of these the annex or the RFID chips that are inside your mind, sure, but who's not to say that they'll be able to transmit thoughts into your mind, or be able to read your thoughts, or to know what's going on, or to be able to program you? I'm not making this up. This is the future. I mean, so many scientists, this is on the news channel, people have come out and said this isn't a matter of fiction, but of when it will happen is the thing. They're already doing it. Like, they put RFID chips in everything, and household products. I wish I could remember this one woman. There's this woman who goes out. She's a complete renegade, and you'll find her if you watch that. You gotta watch this documentary. I'm telling you, you gotta check this out. Stop wasting your time with Hollywood movies. I mean, they're good and all, but you gotta watch nonfiction. I like nonfiction stuff that's about facts. And they always say conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories. They're not conspiracy theories when they're facts. There's so many facts. Like, the government does have a petition going on saying if you're a Christian, you're a potential terrorist. If you believe in end-time prophecies, if you're against RFID chipping, if if you're against a new world order, if you're against the one world government tyranny. And I mean, why would they say something like that if it's not going on? If you believe the New World Order exists, you're considered a terrorist. Or a potential terrorist, you know. I'm just kind of like, people need to realize that Yes, this is our world, but who's making it this way? Why is the world the way it is? People need to ask that question. Why have we been at war for 10 years now, and it just keeps seeming that there's a new excuse to keep going to war, or to keep this war going? This war should have been ended as soon as Osama bin Laden was dead. That's the final answer. If Osama bin Laden is seriously dead, then the war should be over. Supposedly, this group, this terrorist group, or this terrorist Osama bin Laden took the blame for 9/11 and admitted to it or something, and then we got him, and then he's dead. Then America should have had a whole fucking all the troops should have came back to America. There should have been a huge celebration. We should have welcomed our troops back. We should be finally done with this war on terrorism, because chances are that we sent out our message and we won it. And there hasn't been any attacks of terrorism on America since then. You know, it's just like we need to keep preventing another 9/11 from happening. Well, we are. There hasn't been one. You know what I mean? And supposedly we got the group who was responsible for 9/11. So the war should be over. I mean, gas prices are still up. They're still up. They're $4 a gallon. They are. And that was like way back, and in 2008 when our gas was $4 a gallon and we went into a recession. We're still in a recession, and it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. We are going into a double dip recession. And then we're going to be a third world country. We're going to be broke. We're going to be forced to drink water out of the toilets. I mean, it's going to be a bad world. It really is. If people don't wake up, and then the people are waking up. You need to understand that and start waking up with the people. People who are against Wall Street knows exactly what Wall Street's up to, because Wall Street is in politicians' pockets, or politicians are in Wall Street's pockets. And it's Wall Street who's making money when we're going in trillions of dollars in debt and breaking the middle class Americans, the small man. It's like we're their slaves and they keep getting richer and we keep getting poor. It's exactly that system. And I'm just like, why don't people wake up and realize that? I'm just trying to wake up my hometown. The world is too big for me. You know, if you could just focus on your town and then start, that's all you need to do is wake up one town. You wake up a town, then you get a state. And then if you get a state, you get a nation, you know? And that's where you need to think, is start small, make a dent, you know? And that's what I think. And that's what I'm trying to do with this Facebook that I got going on. I have friends, and I'm posting another video. And I'm trying to wake people up. I need to go back to Clinton High School and protest and hand out some more DVDs. And hopefully they don't consider me a potential terrorist, because I don't consider myself a potential terrorist. I am not out to commit any crimes against America. I'm not trying to destroy anything in monuments, and I'm not trying to kill people. I am totally a Christian. I'm not a Christian, but I believe in Christian ways. I'm very spiritual. I consider Rastafari to be my religion. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. And if I believe in Jesus Christ, I would not go out committing unchrist-like activities, which would be killing and murdering people. And I'm not even trying to hurt the politicians. I would just like to wake them up and give them a new heart and realize that America life is value, and it doesn't need to be this way. We could all get along and be together. You know, it could be that way, but people are stiff-necked and stubborn, and they don't want that. But anyways, this video is about RFID chips. YouTube, RFID, radio frequency identification. They plan on having a chip in all of our hands, to where they're making it already to where doors will scan it and nobody will be able to get into your house without your RFID chip. You'll be able to start your car with your chip, buy groceries. You'll be scanned like a box of cereal. And is that the society you want? Everything about you, your bank account's going to be in your chip. They're going to be able to pull taxes from you whenever they want. And what if they're unnecessary taxes? You know, that you don't agree with? What if they just decide to take your money just because they can? You know, I mean, to me that sounds like slavery. You know, that's what that sounds like. And people need to realize that's exactly what that is. It's not protecting you. Giving up our liberties does not mean is not protecting us. It is only a further step into slavery. Anyways, YouTube, last call on RFID chips. My name is Dopey. Have a nice day. Peace.